we wanted to show you what we have accomplished on sprint 1. So this is the follow-up of the of your message. I'm going to show you for sprint 1 what we have. Ramses is here with
Yeah,
me.
I'm here. We're gonna go give you a quick overview of the entire setup.
So for if we go to boards to epics, we can see that we have completed the user account epic, which has two features. One is the user login. First is the registration. The second one is the user login. If we go to the features, um, we can see that these two for sprint 1 are closed already because uh, we finished it, and this is for sprint 2, so we're talking about this one right now. And then for the stories referring to those features, we have them right here done. So that is regarding the epics. For the
For the retrospective, you can see our meeting regarding to the retrospective meeting, or that was on September 20.
so
And
so this is what went well, what went bad, and
then for the daily Scrum meetings, can you go wiki and then daily Scrum meetings, and then click on Scrum meetings. Yeah. As you can see, we have the schedule for each sprint. For that, you can see all the schedule of each sprint, and then below that, you can see, for example, iteration 1, sprint 1, the time we spent on each meeting, and what we did and what we were going to do next day, and so on and so forth. We have the time and the title and everything there.
so I think for the time, so the way we're tracking time is with this program 7 space, and if we go, you have access to this already. If we go to, this is sprint 1, sprint 2, I mean sprint 1 iteration 1, sprint 1 iteration 2, and we click in it, we can see what we worked on, how many hours, and so on. Here in iterations, we can also see the whole team, what we have been working on, and how many hours. So let me see. Where was it?
Time
Time Explorer maybe? Yeah, it was Time Explorer. So it would come to work items,
yeah.
and then here we can see on sprint 1, iteration 1, that we have worked all these hours, and then here the persons who worked on the features and so on. This one, this was a test. We're gonna delete this later. So this is sprint 1, iteration 1, and iteration 2, and we have all the hours there. It's more than 40. And we're gonna show you now a really quick demo of the application that we developed, as per the video that we are going to share with you on our conversation with the product owner. You'll see that she approved already what we accomplished. So this is the app. We'll put some icon later on. That's not important right now. Oh, it's not getting the whole thing. Yeah, there you go. Right. Alright, so for the first sprint, let me see, boards. So the epic for the first sprint was to implement the user account. So
the main features were the login.
So for the user account, uh, this is what we have implemented so far. So if we go to, this has two epics. If we go to the first one, iteration was registration. If we go to sign up, the user can sign up. And you can also put some password, and you will be registered, and you will be redirected to some homepage that will change later. That is for the user registration, feature one, and then the login also works as well, and that's it. I'll show you really quick that it works. Login. We put this email as a placebo, but it'll be removed later. So login, and as you can see, it works. It is in Firebase, the database, and everything works.
I guess everything. That's everything.
I'm missing something?
No, I don't think it's everything.
Yeah. Talk about everything. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it's recording now.
So okay.
So what we wanted to show you is mainly what we have done through this sprint. So each sprint, that's for us, for like to track what we have accomplished so far. Each sprint is composed of 1 week. So right now, of 2 weeks. Right now we have one sprint, so we have 2 weeks.
And then what we do is each week is it's called iteration. So we do iteration 1 of sprint 1 and iteration 2 of sprint 1, and then so on.
You couldn't hear it?
No, I only heard 2 weeks, and then after that, I couldn't hear anymore. It might be my service. Maybe I need to move somewhere else.
Yeah, so we were just explaining you like the way we track the features that we implement, but we're going to show you now in real time. So let me see. Sure, I'm sharing my screen now, so you can see what I see.
Are you able to see the screen?
I can see the screen.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so let's see, where's the PDF?
Yeah.
So this is the app, what you see here on the left. We still have to add an icon to it, but that will be later on for the last step. So this is what we shared with you at the beginning, a login screen, and
the other features of the
and
app.
this is the features of the app. So I'm going to run it now so you can see how the app looks like more or less right now.
Okay.
So as you can see, we have a splash screen at the beginning, and then we have a login screen. You can log in. Don't worry about this. This is going to be removed later. We just put it right now so we don't have to type the information every time we log in. So if you click on login, it actually connects to the database in the server, and it looks for that user, and it is actually recognizing that user as registered. And then you can come here to the services, and this is what we have so far. We have to implement this later on, but these are bottoms, which is going to go to the user profile, the booking, and then the whole services. And then here we have a search bar.
Okay.
We haven't implemented it yet,
It is there on the.
but it is there right now. So this is what we have so far.
Can you show her that you can be able to register and show her the
What?
Yeah, just the registration for
Oh yeah.
user, just so she can see it.
Wait, I'm trying to. All right, so we're gonna run it again. So we can show you, for example, you can register. So this is the regular user. We have to change like the naming. We can put here some text or something, whatever you want later. And then here, this is for the professionals. So as you can see, you can also register. Um, so both registrations are working. I'm going to choose the
user.
let me see. Actually, we log in with the user. I'm going to register now with the um,
With the pro.
with the professional. So if we register under professional, for example, Arturo Fernandez. Oh well.
That doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter. And then an email, phone number, and then the password.
Try to write something that you remember. Miami.
No, it doesn't matter. Let me see.
What are the red words at the bottom?
So it says, please make sure the password is at least 8 characters and contains a special character. So that means that when the user is registering, the password needs to be strong enough uh, for the user to be able to register. This is for security that we have implemented that.
Okay.
So basically to protect the user.
Okay. I like it.
Okay, so we can register. And you see, it went through, so it registered. And then this professional was redirected to the feature page. Later on, it's going to be redirected somewhere else, but for now, we have it set up like this. It's missing some styling, but that's going to be later. We're trying to focus on the
back end, on the database, and
we're trying to focus on the stuff that works first.
Exactly.
So,
what do you think so far?
I love it all so far. I love how like everything is just really organized and just it flows completely. I like it so far. I have no complaints.
All right, sounds good. So that was what we did for sprint 1. We have 5 sprints left for until the class ends.
Okay.
So this for the user. So what we're going to be working on the second sprint is the database implementation to allow the professionals to register services.
Okay.
That's what we're going to be working on the second sprint. The booking here, we're going to leave it for last because this takes a lot of time and it's actually the hardest part. I don't think, I'm not sure if we're going to have time to implement the booking fully, but we can leave in case that in case that we don't have time to implement it, we can leave it for the next team for the next semester that they can implement it. Oh man, she lost connection. Okay, wait. I lost connection with the call. Okay.
Send her the link again.
Can you return? No, she has the link already.
Go back to
Anything?
yes, it's there.
Should I stop the? Because later we're gonna have to merge it.
Yeah, just stop it.
You want to merge it later?
Merge what?
The 2 videos.
Hi.
She's back.
So, okay, perfect. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you this perfectly.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so can you still see my screen? Can you still see my screen? Okay, all right. So
We were on.
we were saying that for that, so we're gonna be working on the database of the professionals for the next sprint, which is two, and then
Okay.
we're gonna be probably working after that into this user interface,
And of course
services.
we already implemented some kind of database for, of course, for the user on Fire Firebase, and yeah.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
And the booking's gonna be the last.
So yeah, I wanted what we wanted to emphasize is that the booking is the hardest part, and we're gonna be leaving it for last. In case that we don't have time to implement it, we can leave it for the next team who comes after us for the next semester. We're gonna try to do it, but we can't promise that we're gonna finish it because it takes a lot of time, and this is the biggest portion of this app. But at least we have a
Okay.
prototype working uh, that we can continue to develop on, and mainly
Yeah.
the main features are going to be implemented, which is the services, the user, the professionals be able to register and add services, and it's just a matter of adding a booking implementation to it. So, is that okay with you that we leave this for last uh, and see
Yeah,
whether?
it's perfectly okay with me. I approve.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So, do you like what we've done so far? Do you like it
I'm
so?
sorry. Repeat that again.
Do you like it so far like that?
Yeah, I love it so. I love it.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you.
perfect.
Love it.
So what we can do is later at the end, once we have once we have like once we are like in sprint 5 or so, then we can set up a call with more time, and then you can tell us things that you like to change, like names or colors, something like that. But are the colors good so
Okay.
far? I mean,
The little details.
okay, perfect.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's it. I
that's it,
guess.
right?
Yeah, that's all we have for today.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling me.
Oh, by the way, the professor put a chat on Microsoft Team. I don't know if
Hello?
you can you hear me.
Yeah, I hear you now. Hi.
Okay, so the professor put a chat on an app called Microsoft Teams. Is where we are keeping the conversation and us asking questions about everything. I don't know if you have access to that.
I don't think I have access to that.
Okay. Also, it would be great if you had access to.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
How do I get access? Yeah, I hear you.
So it would be great if you have access to something where we're putting all the documentation. It's called Microsoft Azure as well. I'm going to send you
It's
a
called
link.
what?
Azure. I'm going to send you a link through the text
Okay.
now so you can sign up and you can see everything that we're doing so far. And after we leave for the semester, you can continue to have access to that environment and be the owner of that environment as well,
Alright. Sounds good.
because that's where people are going to put everything regarding the project.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, please send me the link so I can have access to that.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright. Thank you for your time, guys.
You're welcome. Good day.
Alright. Have a good day.